Well, General Motors South Africa said that with September sales of 7,011 units, the group's market share has increased to 12.9%. We now take a closer look into the local vehicle industry with Edgar Lourencon. He's president and MD of General Motors South Africa. Thanks so much for joining us today. Edgar, let's start off with the kind of market you're looking at right now. Of course, you've got your ear to the ground, and we had some encouraging vehicle sales data filtered through. What's your perspective on the markets at the moment?
Well, the market is moving quite well. I think we had just a wonderful September, as you mentioned. For the industry standpoint, that was the best month since October 2007. That's very encouraging. For us also, it was a very good month. We were growing 23% in relation to September past year. And year to date, in a cumulative basis, we are growing around 28% in relation to past year. So it's been a very good year for us so far.
Where exactly is that demand coming through from? Because a trend that's been highlighted is that within the tough economic conditions we're facing right now, we've got consumers buying down in their products. So a move towards lower compact vehicles that are cheaper on the onset, but then also possibly more efficient to run once they've purchased it.
Yeah, well, we are looking at growth in general because we have launched several different products over these past 2 years. But you are right, definitely in the small segment is where we are seeing very big growth. Last month, for instance, our new Spark, we sold over 1,000 units in the month. And it's been growing since we launched this vehicle in this market.
Just how competitive is the industry becoming, though? Because, it's not only General Motors that has caught on to this trend. And with that, we've had a host of other manufacturers come to the party with these low-cost vehicles.
Yeah, no, this is a very competitive market. I think for me that is coming from outside of South Africa, I see this is a relatively small market, but extremely competitive. More than 60 brands, more than 1,000 models, competing in each niche. So it's making really very challenging environment, a very challenging market for all brands, actually.
Of course, one of the major headwinds that the industry faced earlier this year was the natural disasters that devastated Japan, and that impacting inventories in a very big way. What has your ability been like to actually, react to a development like that, restock inventories fast, because that will have an influence on your brand value, where consumers see that ability and agility, in fact, enhanced because of resilience?
Well, we had a pretty good recovery, I would say, from the tsunami. That was a big impact, not only in the auto industry, I think impact all the sectors around the world. In this market in particular, impacted more in the commercial vehicles. And in September, one of the reasons of you see good results in September is that you can see already some recovery. Inventories going back to more normal levels than we used to be. So I think the big negative impact from the tsunami is pretty much over now.
Of course, you're looking at the passenger vehicle market, you're looking at the commercial vehicle market as well. From what you're seeing in terms of the sales that you're seeing filtered through, what sense are you getting about the health of the commercial side of South Africa at this stage?
This is handling pretty good. I mean, it's staying, the market as a whole for trucks, for commercial vehicles, is being holding, even in spite of all these economical turbulence around the world. Last month was a pretty good month in the commercial as well. So I'd say this is more related to business, more than really individual, right? While the vehicle is more like private buyers. But it's been, both sides are kind of holding pretty well. I think it's a great time for us to have the Johannesburg International Motor Show, because it's like the industry is kind of growing, a lot of new products. It's really good time for the industry.
A good time for the industry. We'll have to monitor the kind of effect a weaker rand is going to have on pricing moving forward, and so hamper that demand possibly moving forward from an already distressed consumer. Edgar, thanks so much for having joined us at the desk today. Of course, Edgar Lourencon is president and MD of General Motors South Africa.